Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another Redmond Roundup where I discuss all my controversial views and opinions to open discussion in the comments down below. Basically a show where we talk about news topics that's going on in the world of universal football and we come up with conclusions and we try and get down to the nitty-gritty of what I like to call a good old friend, the truth. Before we get into today's video, if you can smash a like, that's boss. If you subscribe because you like the channel, even better. If you don't, smash a dislike and let me know why you didn't like the video in the comments down below. Two things that we want to talk about. One Liverpool related, one non-Liverpool related. And the first thing that in the title that people will be shitting themselves. I'm a Liverpool fan, I talk about Liverpool news the majority of the time, but I do sprinkle a little bit of football, talk about the other teams in the Premier League. And the injury that may or may not be in the title does not concern Liverpool, but very much concerns Arsenal and Gabriel Jesus. I want to talk about that in a minute, how it hinders Arsenal's title challenge, but first, I've got to get into the first piece of news regarding a Liverpool legend who is facing bankruptcy. The Liverpool legend is John Barnes, and multiple reports from sites and sources that I certainly don't want to mention, but I want to look into these reports that have been suggested. Now, reportedly, and again, this could be fact, I haven't looked too much into it, John Barnes filed for bankruptcy back in 2009, then HMRC tried to petition to essentially get him in trouble. So what I mean is that they're trying to file him again. So they set petitions in 2011, 12, 13, 14, and then again in 2019, I believe they're the correct years that again being reported. And now it's came back around, and I want to talk about the timing of these reports again from certain articles whose name will not get a mention on this YouTube channel whatsoever. Try and have a guess. But John Barnes is one of those people who I have heard like mixed opinions about John Barnes in terms of personal interaction. Some people really like the personal interaction, some people don't. I think all of us can or can't dispute the fact that he's just a brilliant footballer, ultimately world class. But some people think he's a bit cheeky in person. Some people like what he has to say, and I'm on the side of liking what he has to say. I was a massive fan of what he talked when he talked about Qatar and appreciating the boundaries that they've set. They haven't said no one can't come specifically. They just don't want things like open affection and stuff like that, you know, just that open intimacy. It's not their style. It goes against their religion. Respect it. John Barnes came out and said that on Good Morning Britain or Great Morning Britain, whatever the fuck it's called. And now, a couple of days later, 2 weeks later, there's reports coming out about previous bankruptcy and tax returns that he never paid, and because of these tax returns that weren't paid. And again, this could actually be very well true. It's just very ironic that he went against the majority opinion in the country and now he's getting slaughtered for it. And I don't want to make this a political channel, but I do want to share the same mindset as people who tune into this channel, that we can appreciate other people's beliefs and appreciate the fact that they don't want certain things going down in their country. Again, blaming the wrong people. Don't blame Qatar, blame FIFA, and don't blame a country who's had these traditional beliefs for years and years and years, but blame the fucking fellas who have ruined football in a sense where it's now about greed, it's about money, and many other things. I noticed the way a lot of people who was involved in getting the World Cup in Qatar are now like either in jail or sacked, so that's another thing. But the point is that John Barnes went against the majority opinion, and now you see in certain articles who have tended to have a history of agendas, again, attacking somebody who, again, for certain circumstances, whatever reason, rightly or wrongly, going at him about previous things that have happened in previous times. And again, there's only specific sources talking about this, and I just think it's absolutely bollocks that these newspapers can just happily create an agenda against certain people. And that's whether you like John Barnes or you don't. If you think he's a dickhead or not is not the premise here. It's the fact that you can't be labelling people and attacking people simply due to the fact they have a different opinion to what you do. And if that is something that you all can't agree with, I'm happy for you to not watch this channel. I am an open-minded person. I'm very open to discussion, and I hate the fact that we have to limit people and shut them down for specific reasons just because they have a certain belief. Bullshit. But that's my views there on John Barnes and everything that's going on with him. I also want to talk about Gabriel Jesus, a little bit of football, etc, etc, etc. Gabriel Jesus is out injured. MCL, I believe. There's an MCL, there's an ACL, there's loads of CLs. Not 6 CLs, but, you know, six Champions Leagues. That was the joke. Gabriel Jesus rumoured to be out for about 3 months or so. How does this impact Arsenal's chances when it comes to competing for the Premier League? Because in case you don't know, in case you've been living underneath a rock, from being dead shit, Arsenal now really good at footy. You know, they've got a solid defence, a really well-compact midfield, and a very fluid attack that, like Liverpool and like City, the best teams in previous years who have achieved 90-plus points, don't have that out-and-out number 9, but opted for the false 9 in Gabriel Jesus, a player who Mikel Arteta is familiar with. And since joining Arsenal, I think it's 5 goals and 6 assists in 14 games. Very, very, very good return. Much better than what most people anticipated. A player, admittedly, who I wanted. Now out for 3 months, how does this impact Arsenal? I've saw a lot of neutrals, and they're looking at this as a massive opportunity. They see a wounded animal who's lost a limb, and because they've lost a limb, they feel like that animal is now no longer dangerous. And I would say to people, be careful, because even though this lion, let's say it's a lion, we're going to use it in this context, has lost a paw, guess what, lads? It's still got 3 other paws, it's still got 4 fucking legs, and it's got a big fucking jaw that's going to stomp on your face. And when you analyse Arsenal, they've still got Martinelli, they've still got Saka, who are creative, good players. Then you've got Emile Smith-Rowe, either back or coming back soon. Midfield, which wins you games, no one's gone there. And then again, not to mention a really, really good defence. Can it be better? Yes, but these players are now a year older. Therefore, collectively as a team, they're going to be better. And with or without Gabriel Jesus, it makes a difference. I don't know if it makes a significant difference to where they go from beating the Bournemouths and the Wolves and the teams they should be beating to not beating the teams. Again, like, there's talk now, like, should Arsenal go out and buy in January? I don't think you will. On the premise that you've just signed the really terrible version of Thierry Henry and Eddie Nketiah. I'm not going to lie, giving them 100 grand a week and giving him the number 14 was a huge L. Not as big as us giving Naby Keita number 8, but still a massive L, in a sense that Henry is probably your biggest club legend, Gerrard's our biggest club legend, so we'll share the award there, Arsenal fans. But if that's the man that you rely on, Eddie Nketiah has shown he can get goals. If he's only there to be an outlet and get goals in a team that is cohesive with Saka's and Martinelli's and Emile Smith-Rowe's, that could actually work out in his favour. Therefore meaning Arsenal still get results. So I'm going to back Arsenal, not because I want to, because the fans half annoy me sometimes and they get a bit overconfident. Just off a few wins. That being said, I can appreciate that they've got a good team, and I'm very happy to be on the other side of the coin and suggest this isn't going to have a significant impact in the season and Arsenal are going to be just fine and pick up where they left off. That does not mean I think they're going to win the league, but I still think they're going to be a consistently better team than what they have shown in previous seasons, which is ultimately the best thing that they could hope for, whether it's second, third. If they get a top 2, top 3 finish, that's a great season. And as long as they're competing for the league, let's say until the end of April or the beginning of May, again, from me, Liverpool fan, not related to Arsenal, I think that's a very solid season indeed. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and let me know what you thought about this video. I've rambled, got it all out there dead quick. And again, a few different topics, and I'm not one for... Oh, there was a feather. I'm not one for always bringing in, like, politics, and again, like, I'm very happy to... be open to disagreeing with people who do not agree with my point of views on just respecting other people's religions. However, if you want to direct your blame to FIFA and everything else that's going on, brilliant. And if you look more into these agendas that are created with certain type of individuals in the UK, you've saw things with Raheem Sterling, you've saw plenty of things with John Barnes in the past. These are guys who are certainly a lot more targeted for many instances, and that's why I just want to call it out. And again, this is only from specific newspapers. There's many journalists out there who do good at what they do, and it's a shame that they get fucking overshadowed by these knobheads who do crap articles. But that's my point of view. I am in no way a messiah of the world, and you should agree with what I say. I'm here to give you my opinion and open discussion, as I always say. But guys, thank you for watching this Redmond Roundup. Smash a like if you haven't already, or a dislike if you didn't like the video. And yeah, mate, thank you so much for the support. I sincerely appreciate all of you. Make sure when you wake up tomorrow, you drink your water, go to the gym, because maximising the vehicle means you're maximising the mental health and stuff like that. And stay sane, you know what I mean? Balance your life out, have a bit of fun. And again, I love every single one of you. Anyway, guys, I will see you all in a bizzle. Peace.